This is a meditation for people with lung cancer, whether you've had lung cancer in the past or whether you still have cancer cells present in your body. This is a meditation to just try and alleviate some of that congestion, some of that heaviness, some of that weight within the lungs. So settling in, feeling your feet or your bum muscles on the floor, or you can lie down if you're in bed, as long as you don't fall asleep. Try and stay present if you can. So just tuning into your body, just doing a little scan, just a little check-in with yourself, see how you're feeling, and areas of tightness. Anything that brings your attention to it, just breathing into that space. Just asking that space, if that tissue, just to relax and release with the breath. Taking your attention inside your whole lung space, your whole respiratory quadrant. Your sternum, your ribs, clavicles, your spine, your thoracic, the back, to inside, to the lungs themselves that come quite high up in the body. Really quite big space they fill. Just visualizing the shape of the lungs, the outline. And as you start breathing in light, visualizing that there's light all around us, just inviting light into the body, into the lungs. On the in-breath and on the out-breath, breathing out, letting go. So we're just going to expand that whole space within the lungs. On the in-breath, just try and make the breath a little bit deeper than normal. Just feeling the breath going out to all of the corners of the lung, filling up each little space within the lung. And on the out breath, just allowing any stagnation, any old energy to be released on the out breath, out of the body, back down to the earth to be regenerated. So it's as simple as breathing in light, expanding the lungs, breathing out any darkness, anything that's ready to be released, letting it go. Breathing in the light, visualizing all the cells within the lungs all expanding and opening, and the out breath, letting it go, allowing any darkness, any dense energy to be released. And in the in-breath, expanding that light again inside the lungs. Take a little look around. Any areas where the light's not quite getting through, just send your attention there. Breathe a little bit deeper into that corner. And the out-breath, releasing. And the in-breath, allowing that light to move to all of the corners of the edges of the lungs. Every little space inside filled up. And then release on the out breath. You can bring in a colour, if any colour comes to mind. Often purple seems to come to mind for some reason with the lungs, or a beautiful golden sunshine. So expanding that light, expanding that colour out from the pinprick outwards. And then release, allowing that light to replace any darkness. Expanding that golden sun, feeling the warmth and the ease of breath. And on the out breath, let it go. Just sitting with the lungs now as we expand and breathe and open. Breathe out, purge, release any darkness, Any areas that feel particularly tight inside the lungs, or area that you know have cancer cells. Just taking your attention and your awareness into that space now. Just surrounding that space with a little extra bubble of light in the inside. And as you breathe in, imagine that bubble of light just closing in on that dark, dense energy, those cancer cells. And on the out breath, allowing whatever's been released from those cells to be free from your body. So breathing in to any dark spaces. Wrap it, surround it, squeeze the light around those darkness, and then release. Squeezing in, just feeling all of those cancer cells falling away as the light surrounds those spaces of dense, rogue cancer cells. And the out breath, letting it go. In-breath again, feeling that those cancer cells just falling away, this space of divine light. Nothing dark can survive in this space of light. So squeeze on the in-breath and the fall away on the out-breath. Squeeze around any dense, any areas that shouldn't be there, that don't belong there. Using the breath, using the colour, using the wrap technique, squeeze it and feel the cancer cells falling away as that light gets closer and closer inside. So there's no, in a few cycles of breath, there's not going to be any cancer cells left. Feeling the space that those cells have left. Just feeling the freedom and the lightness within that space as the light now just diffuses through that whole quadrant, that whole area. Now sitting with your lungs for a moment, just having a little look around, just feeling the expansion inside, the ease of breath as your diaphragm opens, contracts with the breath. Feeling of warmth throughout that whole quadrant now, the bones that protect the lungs, from inside the lungs all the way out. Just feel that warmth just emanating from your body. That beautiful light that's filled up that whole cavity now emanates outwards, past the skin, to your beautiful halo of light around you. Just feel the ease and the peace. And the space that this light meditation has created inside your lungs. Anytime you feel like you're short of breath, like you need to have a little space for your lungs, even if you can do this just 5 minutes a day, just come to a quiet place, take your awareness inside your lungs, just breathe in that colour and that light, and breathe out any old stuff. Lovely. Thank you.